Bernie Sanders revealed his Wall Street reform plan, and let me tell you, it is really, really strong. I am definitely pleased. So now, of course, the corporate media did not cover this, so I wanted to talk about it because I think it's really important. So now, his entire speech was a total of 56 minutes, so I didn't want to go the route of just playing clips, but I did want to share my favorite clip. Here it is.
My opponent says that as a senator, she told bankers to, quote unquote, cut it out. And end their destructive behavior. But in my view, establishment politicians are the ones who need to cut it out.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is basically summarize his entire plan. It's an 8-point plan, so let me go through those. So first, he pledges that within the first 100 days of his administration, he will break up too big to fail banking institutions. I love this because not only does he recommit to breaking up the big banks, but he actually gives us a very, very strict timeline, so you know he's not playing around. Second, he states that it is not enough to just tell Wall Street to cut it out and then propose a few new rules and slap on some fines. So he states that he will reinstate the Glass-Steagull Act to once again separate commercial banking from risky investment banking. This is a no-brainer, and it blows my mind that Hillary, a so-called progressive, doesn't support this. But we'll continue on. 3, he's going to stop the too big to jail nonsense. That is, so when these Wall Street criminals commit crimes, they're actually going to go to jail. So case in point, President Bernie Sanders would not allow the individuals who crashed the economy in 2008 to get away scot-free. He would jail them, and that's what he is going to do from here on out. I don't necessarily think that he could do anything about the 2008 crash, because it may have passed the statute of limitations. I don't know. I'd have to look into that. But if anybody wants to comment down below, I'll update it in the description box. Now, 4th, he's going to establish a tax on Wall Street in order to fund universal college tuition. Again, he's made the point that since Wall Street crashed the economy and we had to bail out the big banks, it's time that they bail us out, which I love. 5, he's going to cap credit card interest rates at 15% and cap ATM fees at $2. I'm happy that, he's going to cap interest rates and ATM fees. I would prefer that they were lower. I think we can get interest rates down to 10% and the ATM fee down to $1, but I think I'm just being a little bit too nitpicky, but nonetheless, this is still great. Now, 6, he'll allow post offices to offer banking services. This is really interesting, and I think it's a very innovative idea. So this is brilliant because it's actually going to give Americans access to affordable banking options, especially in low-income areas. If they don't have a bank that's affordable, if they don't have a credit union, well, they'll have a post office. And this will also simultaneously save the post office. So this is really great. Now, this will also hopefully stop individuals from being more inclined to go to these payday lenders who basically prey on the poor. Now, 7, he'll also reform credit rating agencies by turning for-profit credit rating agencies into non-profit institutions that will no longer serve at the behest of Wall Street. I mean, I have nothing to say about this. It's absolutely outstanding. Finally, number 8, he will reform the Federal Reserve to make it more responsive to ordinary citizens and not just billionaires and Wall Street. He explains, quote, "It is unacceptable that the Federal Reserve has been hijacked by the very bankers it is in charge of regulating." Now, finally, one last parting note in his press release. He states, "Will Wall Street like me? No. Will they begin to play by the rules if I'm president? You better believe it." So there you have it. You have the strongest, most detailed Wall Street reform plan out of any of the candidates throughout this election. So this is absolutely fantastic. It's comprehensive. Is it better than Hillary Clinton's? You better believe it. First and foremost, she doesn't have the Glass-Steagull repeal. She doesn't want to break up the big banks. She stated that she would break them up on, I believe, the Colbert Report. We all know that's not what's going to happen. Someone who states that they think telling Wall Street to cut it out would suffice as regulation, they're not serious about regulating Wall Street. So this right here proves to you that he's in for the kill. He wants to regulate Wall Street and rein them in so that way they stop performing this criminal activity. So I love this. Kudos to Bernie Sanders. This is really a fantastic, comprehensive plan.